Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now let's unbox this new game by Unmatched. This is the second version of Jurassic Park that they have released. This is the Dr. Sattler and T-Rex version of the game. Now let's use my new handy dandy raptor claw, which I took the liberty of sharpening up a little bit to open up boxes easier. So let's go ahead and get this opened. Now the sound might be a little bit different in this video because I forgot to hit record on my microphone. So I had to do a little voiceover, but later on in the video hopefully my voice gets a little better, but we're gonna see if we can explain what I'm doing separately from the actual recording. So the box itself is matte finished and I love the artwork on this game. It's very consistent with the other ones. Now you can see some of the artwork here on the sides just to give you an idea of some of the pictures and some of the artwork that's going to be included with some of the cards. Alright, so let's go ahead and open it here. And then we're presented with the instruction manual. Then we can see there's more of the same artwork on the sides here, so let's take a look at some of those. I love the colors on these paintings here. And as you can see, some have action and some actually have depictions of the actual movie. Now with the instruction manual, you see that there's some artwork also that's included. Some nice depictions of parts of the movie. And then at the end it has this nice final iconic shot from Jurassic Park. Now we have the dial for the Tyrannosaurus, and as you can see it's a big dial. And then we have here the other dials for the other players, and you can see it's a lot smaller. So the T-Rex dial is about 3 to 4 times bigger than the actual dials for the other players. Now we'll take a look at the board game itself a little bit later, but let's take a look at what we all want to see, which is the miniature for the Tyrannosaur. Now this is a nice looking miniature. You can see there's a lot of details in this model, and the actual miniature itself is pretty heavy. At first glance it doesn't seem heavy, but it actually is pretty hefty. And then just looking at the model itself, you can tell that there's like a wash applied to it, so the wash definitely went into the crevices pretty well. But when looking at it through the actual monitor, it may look more dramatic than what it does in person. Actually in person it looks a little bit less dramatic, the contrast between the darks and the lights. However, it is a nice looking miniature. You can see some of the details here in the mouth and some of the face. You can tell that there are a lot of details in this miniature. Really nice. Now here we have the Ellie Sattler model, and as you can tell it also has a wash, and you can see a lot of the details right there on the ground. And as for a miniature, it is pretty well done, and there are a lot of details in this as well. Now here are some other components for the dials, and then we also have the token for Ian Malcolm, which is double-sided. And then here are some of the cards, and let's go ahead and unwrap some of these cards and take a look at some of these. Here are some of the details for Dr. Ellie Sattler, which is a melee character. Same with Dr. Ian Malcolm, and some of the actions you can take on your turn. And a little bit of Dr. Sattler's insight here. Something I do appreciate about this game is the artwork. The artwork is very nice. And as you can tell, it's very consistent throughout the whole deck. And then at this point I realized that I was not recording, and then I finally hit record on the microphone. Alright, now let's open up the other card pack. Really cool looking cards, and the cards themselves are okay in quality. They're not vinyl finish, just a glossy heavy stock card stock. So here's the board. This seems to be the Tyrannosaur paddock. There's the back of it. Tyrannosaur paddock. And there's the Nublar. So pretty cool. And that was it with the recording from the original microphone, but now back to voiceover. So the game itself looks pretty neat. You can see that the Tyrannosaur actually takes up 2 spaces. I mean, it makes sense. It's a huge dinosaur compared to the other pieces. It's a very small game in terms of space. It doesn't take up too much room on the table. And I do like the miniatures. They look really nice, and as you can see the comparison between the Tyrannosaur and Ellie Sattler, there's like a big height difference. And just for fun, I wanted to take out the dinosaurs from the other game just so you can see how they look compared with the Tyrannosaur. And as you can see, they have some awesome action poses and they look pretty nice altogether. I am looking forward to playing this game. Jurassic Park has always been a favorite theme of mine, so we'll see how it goes, and hopefully the experience is nice. Thank you for watching this video, and I appreciate taking the time for doing it. If you're interested in more unboxing content, you could always visit the channel. I'll have a lot more coming, and I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Dun dun dun.